Hi guys, hope everybody's having a great day. Thought I'd shoot a little video. I haven't shot one in a while. Caper Craig here. Today I'm in the garage and just doing some work in the garage today. I cleaned up quite a bit, put some tools away, got a little organized. Oh, I gotta go turn the light off over here. Corvette, my friend Scott's Corvette is here. He's been working on that. Just let me get this light here. There we go. Shut the light off. No sense in wasting power. Still staying at my friend Scott's here. I've been here all summer. It's been wonderful. We get along great. We're good buddies, and he's been nice enough to let me stay here. My apartment is right through that door right there, and it's a little back room basement apartment. But right now I'm going to go back out to the van because I've been doing some work on the van, and I haven't shot a video on it in quite a while. My 1982 Chevy camper van, my son coach, and let's go around and check it out. I'm going to do a little bit to it today. And there's my minivan, which I have to put some new brakes on the rear here. That's not going so well. But I'll get to it. Unfortunately, my leg is still bothering me quite a bit. I've got the van, of course. This used to be my camper van. I was living in this last summer back at the farm. You may remember that, but now it's just full of wood and tools, and I have it backed up here to the camper van. Got quite a bit done to the camper van. Put a new bench in right here. I got the porta potty in. Over here is for the converter and the battery. I'll be placing a futon along this wall right here, and got to fix this window. This window here is leaking, so we'll fix that. And going to insulate all this wall. So I'm just waiting on the insulation now. I'm getting rock wall insulation, which is mold and mildew resistant, and no fiberglass whatsoever going in here. Let's see, what else have I done? The other day I fixed these windows, the high top windows. I pulled this one out and the one on the other side and resealed those. I also put this little outside table right here. I put this on the back of the sink. This is where the water storage is going to go, underneath here, of course. And I put this cabinet in. This is for the sink. Let me get up inside. Man, I love the headroom in here. But anyway, yeah, here's the sink. Right now I have it all, these are all the screws, nuts, and bolts that I took out of the interior. Have it all organized so I know where it all goes. Can't wait to use this sink. It has the hand pump faucet on here. And it has this, which I still have no idea what this is. If anybody knows what this is for, please let me know. I put it back in. I'm not sure. It does have a tube that runs underneath. I'm thinking it's a vent of some kind. I'm not sure. But anyway, here's the new windows I put in. New paneling. It's hard to see on that side. Let me go over here. Yeah, this is much better. Yeah, as you can see, I put all new paneling in here, going right up to the front here. This is a shelf here. This was part of the original bunk. It's this beautiful leather button tuck, and basically that's going to go right across here on top of the shelf. Originally this was a bed. This was a bed up here. You may remember it came out to about here, and of course, you know, it might have been good for children, but I'm way too big. I'm a full-grown man, and I'm way too big to climb up in there. So yeah, we're just going to use it for storage. It's a big, huge shelf that goes right over the cab here, and I'll store my bedding and other things up here. Got the big swivel captain's chair here, which is unbelievably comfortable. We've got a Norcold fridge here. It is a 3-way propane and has freezer, electric, and battery. So that's really nice. Have more storage down here underneath the stovetop. Unfortunately, it doesn't have an oven, but it does have 3 burners. Right now, I just have, as you can see, underneath here is the 3 burners, and I have this. This is one of the tables that went on the floor down here back as a dinette, and I just took the base off it and the leg, and I just lay it on top of the stove. Now it gives me a ton of counter space here, which I really love. And of course, underneath the sink here, we have lots of storage as well, shelving there. And on the bottom, that's where the water tank will go. And then we have this big, huge bench here. It opens up, and for tons of storage, I'll keep all my tools underneath there. And then we have more storage in the high top cupboards. We have 2 cupboards on either side. And then we have this huge one, huge cupboard in the back. And more storage. We have the battery underneath here, the house battery. Like I said, there'll be a futon going in here, a futon which will fold right out to this cupboard here. So you can either sleep this way here horizontally, or you can sleep vertically this way, any way you want. All this here will be bed, but during the day, it's a simple futon, so it'll just fold into couch mode. And what I wanted was, I wanted to be able to get up out of my chair here. I'm going to sit in a chair. I wanted to be able to get up out of my chair and literally just walk, have a hallway that went right out the back door. So now I can, you know, use the entire space of the van. And you know, if you're staying in a van for a while and you're in here for a day or two, it's bad weather or whatever, you want to get up and move around and stretch. And I like doing that. That's why the minivan was just, you couldn't do that. You were always sitting down, crunched down on your knees. Just wasn't very comfortable. So with this thing, as you can see, you know, it's, I'm about 5'7". And let's see, I'm 5'7", and I would say this ceiling is definitely 6 feet. It's well over 6 feet from the floor to the ceiling. So tons of room for me. I could almost do jumping jacks in here. So it's great. I left the old wallpaper. I like that style. It matches the brown here. It's got electrical panel, of course, that runs as well off the battery or when you're plugged into shore power. And yeah, that's about it. Still working on it. It's about the first week in September right now, so it's going to start getting cold here in Nova Scotia pretty soon. I want to buy an RV cover for it because I'm going to store it right here in the backyard for the winter. But hopefully I'll be driving it in the next month or two, have it on the road and drive it. I would like to drive it for a while before I store it. Mechanically, she runs great. We took care of everything under the engine, fixed the choke, we changed the belts in it. It will need a tune-up, new plugs, wires, oil change. Not going to do that this year. We'll wait until the spring and before we use it full-time next year. So we'll do a tune-up then. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Van looks great. It's coming along. I absolutely love it. And We got some beautiful tires for the back. My friend Scott sold me a beautiful set of tires, which are 60-inch, nice big wide tires, which I'm going to put on the back. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. It looks great. It's in fantastic shape. I got to get rid of this black here. Originally all this was black, the bumper, the grill, the headlight surround, everything was black, and I don't want any black on this. I painted the bumper white and painted the headlight surrounds the same color as the van, which is like a cream beige. Yeah, and as you can see, there's the name of the conversion, Sun Coach Conversion, out of Langley, BC. And I haven't been able to find any information about this conversion company at all on the internet. There's just nothing. So if anybody has any information about that, I would appreciate it. But again, it's a 1982 Chevy van, G10. It has a half-ton chassis underneath it and a 305 V8 engine. The engine only has about 58,000 kilometers on it. Not sure what that is in miles, but it's not very much. Engine sounds like beautiful. It sounds like it's brand new almost. All the lights work. Everything works on it. There are a couple of rough spots that I have to get fixed. I do have panels for the doors here. Nice wooden panels that match the interior. I have them off right now because I'm going to be filling these doors in with insulation. We're going to stuff them full of insulation and then put the panels back on. On this side, I have a ladder and a scaffold set up because I have to get up on the roof pretty soon. The roof vent was leaking. I fixed that. It's no longer leaking. But I still may replace the shade because the shade is cracked, and so I might have to put a new shade up there. So I have the staging set up for that. There are the vents for the refrigerator, the vent for the heater. It does have a propane heater. It has a very large propane tank underneath it with the hoses and everything. I think I'm going to have to I don't know if I'm going to keep this or not. I got to take it somewhere and get it checked, get it filled, and haven't made that decision yet. But yeah, that's about it. We had a big windstorm here, a big wind and rainstorm here the other day. And the wind was literally blowing this side of the van, the driver's side of the van. I can see there's all kinds of grass and stuff all over it. Luckily, my new windows up there held up great. So it was parked here during a hurricane. I was out in it. I came out in it just to make sure that there was no leaks. The windows held up beautifully, and still no leaks. My friend Scott, who is a contractor, he gave me this commercial grade silicone. And this stuff here, it's a commercial grade silicone, and it's used to put windows in high rises. And it's really, really tough. I didn't think it was gonna work that well, but like I said, we had a hurricane here the other day, and these windows just held up beautifully. So I'm very happy with that. In fact, all this old stuff here, this is where the high top, as you can see, is screwed on. So I'm going to be cleaning all this up too, and putting that same silicone around the high top as well. He gave me a whole case of it. I have like 16, 18 tubes of it. So that was really nice of him, and I'm really happy he did that. Let's have a look inside the cab. As you can see, it's really clean. Now, I did paint the floor here. I pulled out all the rubber mats here, and I painted the floor. Did a little bit of body work on the floor. But again, these are all the old lights that were in it, and I'm going to be putting those back in and replacing them with LEDs. But yeah, if you look at the kilometers here, let me see if I can get a better picture of the kilometers. Yeah, you probably can't tell, but that says 59,467. 59,462 kilometers. So yeah, not a lot of miles on this engine at all. And as you can see, the dash, everything is just mint. I mean, there's not a crack on the dash, it's not faded. The headliners, everything it's just mint. And oh, the light's on, that's good. I charged up the battery a couple days ago. But the yard held up very well. There's Scott's Hummer over there, my friend. That's his Hummer there. He's going to be storing that this winter. He's thinking about selling it, but if he does, we'll shoot a video on that. Anyway, there's the inside of the high top. Lots and lots of room. I'll be mostly in this by myself. I may have my girlfriend in here as well. She'll be coming out on some camping trips with me, but for the most part, I'll be in here all by myself. And it's just, there's tons of room for me, which is what I want. And yeah, it works great. I put these chrome mirrors on. When I bought it from my friend Scott, the mirrors, it had black mirrors on it. And I want to give, oh, that reminds me, I want to give a big shout out to a guy named Gussie. Gussie doesn't live too far from us here in Birch Grove, Glace Bay. And he had an old van in his yard, and he let me come in and take any parts I wanted off it. And one of the great things it had were these old chrome mirrors. And I brought them home, polished them up, and put them on this one. And I love them. They look great. I would love to find some chrome bumpers, but that's going to be tougher to do. Anyway, right now we're just going to finish up the inside, and looks like my hood has all these spots. I'm not sure what's going on here. Boy, it's beautiful out today, nice and sunny. But the hood has all these little rust spots on it, and now I can see that looks like they're bleeding like black. So I do have another hood for it, but it's blue. So I don't know. I think I might take that hood off and paint it. But yeah, it's got the original striping on it. Paint's all original. I don't think it's ever been painted. But yeah, it looks great. I absolutely love it. It has an outdoor light up there. You can see the brackets up there on the high top. There was a big awning. It had a big awning on here. I absolutely hated it. It didn't work very well. It was old, it was torn, it was in bad shape. So I took the awning off it, and I don't think I'll be putting another one up there. I left the brackets. I was going to take the brackets out, but then my friend Scott pointed out that if I take them out, I got to fill in the holes and everything. And if I leave the brackets up there, then I could rig up my own awning. I think I'm just going to get a couple of painter's poles and a tarp, a couple of Caribbean hooks, hook them right into the brackets, put the tarp out, and bam, you got an awning. Easy to put up, easy take down. So that's what I'll do. But I love all the big windows in it. It has windows pretty much all the way around and up top, and I just love it. So very happy with it. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. Oh, one more shout out. I want to give a shout out to Michael Coughlin from he has a YouTube channel called Throwback Chevy. He lives in his Chevy van in Toronto, Canada, winter and summer, and I love watching his videos. And if you ever get a chance, please check him out on YouTube. That's Michael Coughlin at Throwback Chevy. And I certainly got a lot of great ideas from him. He has a wood stove in his van, which is something I want to do eventually. He has great Wi-Fi in his van, which is another thing I want to put in. So I like following him and watching him. He's very entertaining. He's an actor and songwriter, and he does beautiful work and great to watch. Anyway, check him out. But thanks a lot for watching my videos, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and stay tuned for more work on the Chevy camper van. Bye for now.